And welcome to the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tap, Signature Transportation Group, Mom and Dad Water, who were recently our sponsor, Donnie, and now Surfside. So, guys, thank you for joining the show. We had Donnie. We had a trophy.
What do you got there,
Donnie? We had a trophy fun weekend.
What do you got there, Jim? Is that a trophy?
It's a little trophy for the first time that Cousin Donnie and Uncle Jimmy played on the same team. Look what we brought home.
Those are good numbers.
You know, I mean,
those are good numbers in the state of Illinois for sure. Other than Iowa, Ratim Jagoff, in the state of Illinois, we are winners.
Dude, this trophy must have cost Bob Ancona probably like $100,000. What do you think, Donnie?
Dude, I got to tell you, Bob was out there. He was pumped. He was pumped to be out there. It was great to see Bob and Paul and Mr. Staples out there, the guys who are running the ASA group. And I thought the tournament was great. You know, the fields are great. It was just really wet because of the rain, but there was really nothing you could do about that. But It ran pretty smooth. It was a little bit behind because of the weather, but it got done in one day. It was super competitive late in the day for us. I mean, we played with bad attitude. So shout out to my guy, JP, for putting that team together. And here's the group of guys that pulled off the championship. You could see a wide variety of guys from different teams that were a part of it, which was awesome. Joey Kutnick on the bottom left, sitting there in the lefty batter's box, was the MVP, and he was unbelievable.
Yes, he was. He had many big hits, and not only in the first one, but also the second one as well. So you know what I thought, though, Donnie, the whole weekend? I felt like everyone on the team kind of had some part of it, too, which was really cool. You know?
Yeah.
There was big hits up and down the lineup. You had a big hit to start the seventh inning of the last game to get the leadoff guy on. You know, we had
I think you had a big hit, too, in the sixth in that game.
Yeah, Johnny, me and my boy Eddie, we hit. We were hitting back to back with 2 outs, so to tie that game in the sixth, which I thought was huge for us going into the seventh with a tie score. And I mean, the first game being down 10-4 was pretty cool too, and come back and win that as well.
Yeah,
you know, the presence of our boy Kearns, he probably drank maybe 20 beers on the bench during the day. So
he did. He's got the stamina, that guy. He can go forever. Kearns is the man. And I noticed he didn't eat anything either. He just got better with time.
Yeah. So
but
that, and you know, Johnny McDevain, I mean, Johnny was trying to tell me he's a 700 hitter to right field, and you know, Donnie, we had to tell him, like, dude, just cut the ball. They're giving it to you on a silver platter, and he actually did and had a huge hit in that last game as well. So
Johnny, he had the game-winning hit.
Yeah, Johnny will, and then end up having the game-winning hit in the end. But he had a bigger hit early on.
First game.
No, in that second game, he cut the ball down the line early in the game to kind of tie the score early to get it to like 4-4. We were kind of falling behind. I think it was a 2 RBI, 2-out hit, which was big. And then, you know, we were back and forth that second game, which was huge. And then shout out to our boy over there in the left corner, our boy Jack.
Jack Harrigan.
He had to leave, but we got to put him in the pitcher. You know, Donnie?
You know, Jack he's a really good player, loves to party, of course. Yep. So he had to leave in the middle for an engagement party or like a baby. I think it was an engagement party, but then came out afterwards and met the team at the bar. I mean, that's the vibes guy. You need that kind of stuff if you're trying to win championships. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, we had a lot of weirdness with Jake Latigue and JP. So team weird. Good. Our boy Joey Carbs, our boy 6'9". So he was good. Chris Lentine. Our boy
we had
out there.
A couple comments. Mel Hefner, who was out there, said congrats. Melly, good to see you out there, man. Awesome. Robert Grisano says that Kutnik is going to look good in 45's red and blue in 2027. So potential rumor mill for later in the show with Joey Kutnik changing teams potentially.
You know what? Joey Kutnik's all over my little cheat sheet for rumor mill later. I'm actually
he's a top free agent.
I'm kind of excited to do that. Well,
he might not even be a free agent. He might be sticking with Future. You never know. I think he will stick with Future, and I hope he does because that just keeps another team in our game. Harrigan loves it. But Jimmy, great weekend. It was fun to play with you, and it was fun to be out there with this group of guys. And I'm happy that you were able to win that. The event went well, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. Seeing and the high Y team was pretty loaded too. They were. I mean, we had a nice little team ourselves, but they were definitely, with little B and Wes and Nate and
Jackson.
Well, Jackson left. I know that, but he was out there early in the day. They had Noach, they had Pops, they had a nice little squad with some of their guys too, which KJ, so it was definitely a major team, no doubt. So
they were solid.
Kudos to our guys. Not only did we have fun, we also, like I said, everyone on that team contributed throughout the whole day, which made it even better. So
I agree. JP says it had a Nicky Lopez tournament feel to it. Maybe and you were on the opposite side of it this time, Jim.
Yeah. We definitely. It was better to be on this side, Donnie.
It's more fun to win.
Yes, it was a lot more fun to win.
Moving forward, we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We'll move forward from that. Jimmy, some things unfortunately happen in the world we live in. We want to give a quick shout out to Donnie Tank Chapman from the BTA group. Just want to say rest in peace to him. I know a lot of guys in softball are affected by that. So we just want to put our condolences to him. I know we're kind of bringing the mood of the show down, but we just wanted to give a quick, message. But, just keeping him in our thoughts and prayers for sure.
Yeah, it's never fun when you lose kind of one of our fraternity boys, as you say in the game. And, we're kind of a small group to begin with. There's only, maybe 200 to 300 players, maybe at the major level and A level. So it does really suck when you hear the news that we heard on Saturday morning. So, and honestly, I know that we actually played them we were supposed to play his team the first game of the day, and kudos to those guys for showing up.
Yeah.
And obviously doing what they said Tank would want them to do, and that was the play. So, as you said it right, rest in peace, and hopefully our prayers go to him and his family and everyone that's involved. So,
I agree. We got to kind of brighten the show a little bit. We do have another tournament this upcoming weekend, and I'll tell you what, Jim. People are, mentioning that the game is dying at the major level, and I could agree to it at certain points, and that we're losing teams year over year, and the top teams kind of continue to get better and bring guys on from different groups.
Right.
Thanos, that's Travis. Heck yeah, man. You got it. I'm happy to talk about that stuff and put a good message out for Tank. And I know that he was close to you for sure and close to a lot of my friends. So just want to make sure we mention him in the show today. But to go back to it, what I'm getting at is I think the A level is at a really good spot right now. There's a lot of teams that are very even and that there's no clear-cut number one A team right now. I know the Barachos are good and Menace is good and YT had a nice Forest Park, but I think in the past there's been like 38s, Whale, Fat Kids in the last 3 or 4 years that have been the top A team. They're the team to beat. Future was that last year a little bit. They were the top team to beat. This year it's pretty darn even. So that makes this A National coming up, I think, really, really exciting. What do you think about that?
Yes, and I don't know how many teams. I know we're going to pull the bracket up here in a minute.
Yeah.
But if I had a guess, there's probably I know there's a handful of Iowa teams, I believe, that are coming in, which was awesome. I think they're probably close to the 30s, high 20s, right? In teams, which I think is great. And I think to your point, not having a dominant team, Bankroll obviously has been a top three,
Bankroll,
4
yep.
I know Menace has been up there. Los Barachos has been up there. There's always going to be, I know there's a team from the South Side with a bunch of South Side kids that are getting in the tournament. I'm sure they'll be deadly in this tournament as well. I can't imagine. Why don't you go, Donnie? Let's pull the bracket up and maybe we'll put some. Now, obviously they're playing with a glove. So some of these
It
lines.
evens it out more.
Right. So some of these lines are going to be a little skewed, obviously a little lower than normal. Let's see. Can we zoom in on that a little bit, Donnie, or no?
Let's see. No, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's make it bigger.
There you go. That's perfect. So right at the top there, you got Bankroll and Funk. Now
That'd be a good game.
That's to me is going to be. That's going to be probably a 2-run game, maybe 2.5. Bankroll. If I had to put a number on that, I got to say Bankroll's the favorite there, 2.5 over Funk.
Yep.
Bankroll obviously is coming off of a tournament they've won, and then coming off another tournament. I think they took third in the A no glove, right? So Bankroll pretty good team in regards to that. Now you're going to put gloves on them. I think that's kind of Bankroll's downfall defense. I know with speaking to Mickey and some of the guys on that team, they made a bunch of errors at the A no glove. So now they're allowed to put a glove on it. I think that's going to make them better, obviously, defensively. So I can see Bankroll making a nice run at the top there. I don't see Funk being a really tough game. And then it looks like the second game, they've got
BRM, yeah.
BRM, that's 2 tough games right out of the gate. Then the next one there, you got Gatya, and who is that? Washington?
So that is Gatya, and then it's Wasted Grain. So Gatya is the Hot Wheels team that won B Nationals, who we had on the show. Want to give some love to those guys, Christian Leal and Anthony Leal. Those guys were on our show. We got to go for Gatya. Those are our boys, right? We gotta want them to win the whole thing. To end up winning B Nationals and A Nationals in the same year would be pretty darn cool to see. I think YTD did that a couple of years ago. I think that was 2020.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. So maybe Gatya has it in them, but I know they've got a couple new guys coming out for them this weekend. They'll be a really good team, and we'll see how they do against Wasted Grain.
So I got to say Wasted Grain is probably going to be the favorite in that game. Wasted Grain's not bad. I've seen them before. I got to say Wasted Grain's probably going to be a 1.5-run favorite there. If I had to put that up.
Gatya by 1 million.
Yeah. So we're going to go with Gatya, but I think Wasted Grain on paper is probably the favorite, Donnie.
Yeah, you're probably right.
The next game, you got Ribs and...
Does that say Moody Bullies?
Yeah, I can't read his writing.
I think that is the Bullies. I think that's Chad Hook. I think that's Chad Hook and his group. The guy who runs it is
that's an Iowa team.
Yep.
So Ribs, Ribs are going to be tough to beat, dude. Ribs got a nice little squad, and when they've got their kids and their guys, I think Ribs. I mean, I don't know who's on that Iowa squad. It's gonna be tough to put a line on a game because you don't know who's on the Iowa team. But I'm going to go ahead and say Ribs are going to win that game. Yeah,
you got Yogi and the Bullies against Ribs. I think Ribs is the favorite as well. Then we'll go on what could be a good game. The Oboes and YTD. You got to think YTD is a pretty heavy favorite in this game over the Oboes.
Yes, and YTD being in Forest Park, I think they gained a little confidence. I think they won a couple games in Forest Park. I hope they don't run into this weekend thinking that they're better than everyone else, because if that's the case, they will get beat. But I definitely think that YTD is probably a 4.5-run favorite against Oboes, maybe more.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go 4.5 with the glove for YTD. Who's the next one there?
So after that, it looks like Ribs center fielder Micah won't be there. He's good. But, a lot of their guys go back to college, so that's going to be an even matchup. Then we've got Drew Ladig says, congrats, fellas. See you in a couple weeks. Yes, you will, Drew. Memorial Day, we'll see, or Labor Day weekend, we'll see you. The next is Crush and Reapers.
Yeah, so Crush and Reapers. That's an Iowa Crush.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you look at it from that standpoint, I don't know who's going to be on that Reapers team.
Andrew said, "Give me Obo's money line
Yeah.
against YTD," and Ram said, "Depends on how drunk YTD gets." Okay, so Reapers they were another team that played well in B Nationals.
The other thing about this is that these don't have the times. YTD plays at 10 in the morning. Obos might become the favorite.
Yeah, correct. That's true. That's true.
Right?
Good point.
So that's a big move in the Obos YTD game.
It depends on the time. You're right. I'm going to take Reapers in this game over Crush. I haven't seen much of Crush from Iowa. I know the Reapers have a decent team that they've put together. Reapers probably a 2.5 run favorite.
Okay. And then you
NXT and Menace.
I mean, obviously Menace has to be the favorite there, but that's NXT from Iowa. Yeah. They're a bunch of younger kids. I believe they're from Carroll, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're from the Carroll area. I think that's one of the better teams from Carroll, if I'm correct. Hopefully some of the Iowa guys that are out there put in the chat there. I think NXT is from Carroll, if I'm correct. And I think they're a bunch of younger kids that have just started playing the game, and they're pretty good, actually. They play all year with a glove. Menace is not Cedar Rapids. Yep. So Cedar Rapids, Donnie. But either way, we saw them at the clincher this year. Remember? I think we played them, I believe, didn't we?
NXT, I think you played your first game against them, yeah.
Yeah, we played them. I don't Menace. You just don't know what you get with Menace. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And Menace should be the favorite, right? There should be 3.5 favorites with the glove. And they play themselves in the Splash, which I believe is Marky Robinson's team. So
that's
Menace
right.
There. So you're looking at a BRM bankroll. We're going to go with Got You Over Wasted Grain and Ribs. YTD and what do we say? Reapers. And then NXT Menace, we'll say Menace and Splash. So unfortunately, it's going to look like a little rough. One of those Iowa teams are definitely going to win that first round game. All three of them are not going to lose.
Right.
So, but either way, that's how we're shaking out the top side. On the bottom side, I wonder if our guy Will's pitching for Traffic. What do you think, Donnie?
Gotta be out there on the mound. Traffic drew Los Barachos, which is probably the toughest draw in the tournament for Traffic. On paper, Menace, trust me, don't sleep on NXT. Yeah, I'm curious, the guys from Iowa, if you want to chime in and give us a little insight into each team, so that way, we can talk about their teams a little bit too. So Traffic, Los Barachos, Will Russ will be on the mound potentially. But we'll see. I think Barachos might win that game.
Yeah. Barachos, I feel like this is their probably tournament to win.
Yeah.
They haven't won. I know they didn't win the no glove. I think last year they finished second, right, in a couple tournaments. So I think Los Barachos is the team to beat this weekend, if you ask me. And my boy Will Russ might shut him down in the first game, Donnie. We'll just got to make sure Will's not out drinking the night before.
Yes, you got to keep him sober the night before. If he shows up in his best version of himself, the
cooler killer, just got to make sure he's standing upright.
Oh, yeah, there you go. JP said our guy Roberto going for back-to-back weekends with Los Barachos. So now, Jimmy, big that we showed him how to win this weekend. So then he can relay that information to the team. Yo, here's how we got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be a possibility. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he catches with a glove this weekend, Donnie.
Yeah, hopefully he catches the ball. Oh, that's good.
Junior's our guy, though. We like Junior. Just kidding, Junior. You got Fizz and
Family.
I have no idea who Family is.
I don't know who Fizz is either.
So if anyone's watching the show, chime in for Fizz and Family. I don't know if the SSA just picked up a family from Carroll Stream and put them in the tournament.
Maybe.
What do you
There's
think?
Our MVP, Joey K. Just telling to swing the bats, talking about Berto. Jimmy nailed it. NXT is young and up and coming, well-rounded team. but we'll be missing a few players next weekend. Okay, good to know. So they might be a couple guys short, which hurts them. Jimmy, I'm going to go with family in this game.
You're going to go
I
with
like
family.
family.
So we're going to put a line on a game. We have no idea what these teams are. So family's minus 2.5. Donnie, we have to watch that. We have to look at the final score of that game. and that line is 2.5. We'll see.
Fizz and family.
Loses slaughter roll.
You might be right. Family, I think there might be a Washington Park team.
Okay.
And I don't know who Fizz is, though. I'd like to know.
Yeah, I have no idea. Aztecs and Goons. Okay, we know Goons, right? Aztecs, I've seen that name. Right, Donnie? I've seen that name.
We know both these teams. Both these teams. Aztecs is a good team in this tournament. They have Nestor and they have Isidro.
Okay.
They have a couple guys from like the March team, and then what team was that? Demons. I think they have a couple of Demons guys. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Fizz 50 over champs from Genera Monday League.
Oh, Mickey. Shout out to Mickey Balestri. Thank you, Mick. Appreciate that.
We still like a Washington Park family over the Fizz.
Well, if the Fizz is 50 and over, think about it, Donnie. Might be a long day for the Fizz.
And Armando Prime is with the Aztecs too. That's our guy Armando. So Aztecs is going to be a tough team.
Yeah, the Goons are though. That's the team that we play on Thursday nights, I believe, out of Oak Lawn. I know they pick up some random guys, but I'm familiar with the Goons. So Aztecs Goons. I mean, Aztecs got to be what? Probably a 2-run, 3-run favorite in that game, if I had to guess. Goons don't sleep on the Goons though. They hit.
Yeah, so, Goons are good. Nicky McLaughlin and the boys, they've got a good team. This will be a good game in round 1.
Yes, it will be. Line Drive and looks like Legends. I believe that's another Iowa team. Line Drive, we're very familiar with Line Drive. Didn't Line Drive just win this tournament a couple years ago? Or was that
Line Drive won this tournament in 2022.
Okay. And now they're back in it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, if you could zoom in on the top there, it says recent winners.
Yeah, it's Future, Fat Kids, Stover, Line Drive, Ballbusters, YTD the last 6 years.
So Line Drive, I know there's a couple smackouts on there. I was a part of a couple of those teams. But Line
2015.
Drive. Yeah.
Line Drive, I mean, how are they able to get back in this, I guess? I don't know.
New roster, maybe? Maybe
they
don't have 51% of what they had before. I know that's how SmackOut was able to get back in. We only had 2 guys from their first time that they won it on the roster the second time. So only 2 guys. Trying to think. I do not know who the Legends are, though. I wonder if that's that bar from Marshalltown.
It's an Iowa team.
But I wonder if that's that bar from, remember, we go to Legends in Marshalltown.
Greg said Legends from Marshalltown, good mix of young and established players.
There you go. So I'm going to take Legends over Line Drive in the first round.
Okay, I like that. I'm going to go with Line Drive in that one. And we have Nukes and Bullies after that. So this is not the Iowa Bullies. This is the Chicago Bullies, which will be...
Nukes is good, though.
Nukes is going to be good, yeah.
Nukes is one of the better Iowa teams. I think they were a top 4 or 5 Iowa team this year. They had some runs in some tournaments. I believe that's who I'm thinking of. They'll be tough. Nukes will win that game. They'll beat the Bullies.
Bullies will be good though. I mean, they'll give them a game. But Nukes, if they're good, Chris and Leal says, who's the best Iowa team in the tourney? It might be Nukes.
It might be Nukes. Nukes, or I don't know if that Legends team who they have coming, if it's some familiar faces from some of the Marshalltown players, they might be tough too. Going down next one, I don't see. Oh, there's 10 deep.
Sancho's and Diesel's next.
So Sancho's and Diesel's. Diesel's is our boy Pat Moran's team, right?
Yep.
Sean
Temple.
Who the hell? Who's on Sancho's? I don't know who that is.
Sancho's is Chuck Trentz and Chris Jordan.
Okay, so Chris Jordan's actually a nice little player. He's
probably the best player in the tournament.
Yeah. So who do you got in that game, Donnie? And
I'm going to take the Diesels in that game.
You think Diesels and Pat Moran?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Diesels wins that game.
All right. And there's Hardaway and Born Divine. I've got Hardaway there by at least 4 runs.
That'll be a good game, though, for Hardaway to set the tone. I know some of their kids are at college, too. They've got some young kids.
Yep. I like Hardaway, and then Hardaway is going to play 10 deep. So
it's a good game. So how was 10 deep in this as well? Didn't they win a no glove?
Well, they won the no glove, but I believe they're allowed to play the glove because it's different, right? So I don't see why would they be disqualified for winning the no glove when this is a glove.
Last year, the Los Lobos couldn't play a no glove or a glove after winning a no glove.
Well, Los Lobos was a major team last year that snuck in and played A, right?
Oh. Very different. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not to say 10 Deep's not. I mean, 10 Deep played in Forest Park. 10
yeah,
Deep's
they're a good team.
They're it.
10 Deep might win both A tournaments this year.
They might. I could see Hardaway beating them, though. Don't
That's
sleep on Hardaway.
That's going to be a good game.
Hardaway had a good Forest Park. They held strong even with Flash and some of the big boys.
They beat Dynasty.
Right. So I would say I don't know. What do you got a line on Hardaway and 10 Deep? What's your line on that, Donnie?
10 Deep minus 1.5?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that, I gotta think. Well, 10 Deep's got to be the favorite coming off the A no gloves, so there's no doubt about that. But I think Hardaway can do it there. So, Donnie, if you had to pick one team, who do you got in the winners bracket final? Look at your top teams. Look at your bottom teams.
Matt Menizzi said Hardaway has the best leadoff hitter in the game, and he's 70 years old, and that's Angelo Alicia.
Yeah.
It helps when you have a leadoff hitter that hits 800 for those kids to start, driving in runs behind him. That's super helpful for them. I think 10 Deep's really good, especially with gloves too. Their outfield is so talented. They're going to get to everything. I think Bankroll is going to be good. They've kind of got a decent draw up there with Funk and BRM. We'll see them against Geyer, a waste of grain. Don't sleep on YTD, man. It could be Bankroll and then Barachos. Winners bracket final.
So you're thinking Bankroll, Barachos. I'm thinking it's going to be YTD. If they stay sober.
They won't.
I get a second pick at the top. If YTD doesn't stay sober, I'm going to pick the Ribs at the top. So it'll be Ribs and YTD at the top for me. And then on the bottom, I know Los Barachos looks like the pick, but for me, I'm going to go with the Nukes from Iowa. I think that team is going to surprise some people. I could see them getting to that 10 deep Hardaway game, which would be their third game in the day. And if they win that, I think it could be upset city for Iowa. So those are the two teams I've got. I've got YTD bringing home the hardware, and the boys
YTD winning it.
Yeah, YTD is my pick to win the national.
I think it's time Los Barachos gets one.
Yeah, I like to see Los Barachos get one. Like I said earlier in the show, I think they're definitely due. There's no doubt that they're due. Maybe, Donnie, I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but maybe one of the nights we can go out there. The SSA will not allow us probably to film, right?
No chance.
Yeah.
0 chance.
Yeah, probably 0 chance. I was going to say we could probably do an in-game interviews and stuff.
But that would be fun.
Yeah. But you're probably right. Now that I think of it, this is an SSA event, so there's probably no chance they'll let us do that. Which kind of sucks, but what are you going to do? It is what it is.
Oh, Kevin Noor says is Kevin Noor playing with Bankroll this weekend? He might be. That'd be a
I
big
know
pickup.
we were trying to get him out with 45s a lot earlier in the year, and he was itching to play a little bit here and there, but I know he's always got family stuff, so he probably is playing with Bankroll. I mean, he's a Matty Dozen guy. He's played with Matty in the past.
Is your boy Marky?
What's he back drinking again? That's good, dude. Have another beer, Marky. Love you, buddy. So that could be has Marky won a tournament game in the last 3 years, Donnie? Has Splash even won a game? I know last year they only won one game. Did they won a game this year? What's the record this year, Splash?
I don't know. Maybe I'll look up the Forest Park standings, see where they're at.
There you go. Let's see how many games Splash has won this year. It's got to be. Oh, they were 2-2 at No Gloves this year for A National. All right, so they got 2 wins. They definitely play in the A. I wonder how our boy. We haven't seen much of Marky this year. We beat YTD at No Gloves, so there you go.
They're 4-6 in Forest Park.
So they're 4-6 in Forest Park. They played the O. So they're 6-8 on the year, roughly, right? Because I don't know if they've played any other tournaments. I haven't seen them in any other tournaments, so we'll say they're 6-8 on the year. All right, well, they're going to have a tough first game. They're going to be underdogs in their first game against Menace. But Marky should have a decent team. He usually does. I'm sure Scotty Toothpick will be out there with him. I'm sure he'll probably try to get Hemer to come out. A bunch of different guys. I'm sure they'll be decent.
Yeah, I agree. He'll have some good players. If they're able to hang with Menace and they win that game, they have a good run after that. They'll run into YTD probably right there. That'll be a fun game. Splash, YTD. That's a lot of emotion.
Bankroll.
What?
Possible bankroll too.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, they'll have a decent run, but they're going to have to get by Menace in that first game. So, like I said, I'm going with YTD, Donnie, to win the whole tournament.
Hook up a GoPro and live stream it and say it's a body cam and don't walk on the fields. I think you tried to film outside the field last year and didn't go very well.
That was at Major National. No, it did not go well. That was I believe that was 2 years ago. We tried to do that. And I got yelled at. So
yeah, I remember that.
But the thing is, I do have a camera.
You gotta buy these.
Donnie, since we're on that topic, I would like to actually talk about that because the 12-inch world, okay, our boy Trey or Clay, whatever they call him,
Treyway Slays.
Yes, he has that system that allows us to sit from home and actually live stream the game from the camera above. I would like for us to do that next year in 16-inch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was cool. I liked it. We were able to share his video as well, and put it right to our page, and people were chiming in from our page on Treyway Play. That was great. He's streaming the 12-inch stuff, and it was fun to watch.
I would like he asked us that he would do that for 16-inch.
Be awesome.
Yes, and I think it'd be really cool. He could do it on our page and his page together. I think it would be very cool. So Nick Casano jumping in here saying that Carol has live.
That's right. They have a service. It's a website. You can Nick, can you put there's a website that they use that you can literally watch the streams. It's like a monthly subscription, but you could just cancel it after you watch the games. But a lot of people watch 12-inch games that are at Carol Stream through this service. They have live cameras that go the whole time. They don't show any score, and there's not great sound, but it's good to just watch if you want to just watch your team because it shows all the diamonds at once.
Matt Menizzi, his question is the SSA finally allowing Resmondo to stream this year?
Yeah, because they're not allowing their guy.
They're not allowing. No.
They're not allowing him?
Well, they don't live stream. They do the condensed game.
Yeah.
So I mean, is he going to be doing that? Yeah, but he's not going to be live streaming. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean by that?
There's some heat in the chat right now. It's pretty fun. Kevin and Mark, both very good instigators on Facebook.
Oh, they're going at each other.
Uh-huh.
Kevin says, "Shut up, Mark."
Mark said 45s needs guys. Give Jimmy the link. Jimmy, do you want to comment on that or no?
On what?
The 45s trying to pick up guys?
I have no idea. As you're well aware, I have no clue. I'm assuming my guess, if I have to guess, I don't think they'll have to pick up a guy, maybe an outfielder. I know Anthony, and I'm assuming Marola and Tony will probably be there. I know Brendan Gussage. I'm not really sure what his availability is. Last I heard, he wasn't going to Major National, but that could change. But yeah, I really don't know. I know Mastari. I'm assuming Nate will be there. Danny will be there. Adam will be there. Jack will be there.
They'll have a really good team.
Izzy, yeah, they'll have a good team. And then I'm assuming, I don't know, J-Rob, though, doesn't tend to go to nationals sometimes, though. So
yeah, last time I saw J-Rob, he was hurt, though, too. We played him at Forest Park, and he was hurt. He was banged up.
Yeah, and Vince doesn't tend to, to go either. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's I guess we'll see what they have. I have no idea. But leading on, though, moving on from the A Nationals and moving on from that topic, I want to bring up Dana Strong really quick. So you want to pull up that flyer?
Yep.
I just added our we had 19, we lost 5, and then now we've added a couple more. Or we had 18, lost, I think it was 18, lost 5 or 6. Some of the guys that normally play in our tournament went to go play first responders. And now I've added 2 more in the last couple days. So now we're back up to like 14 or 15. The 15th team is currently pending. We do have, though, 6 teams, 3 fire teams and 3 cop teams that will be at the field that day as well. So awesome. That'll be cool. We'll have the districts of the Midway area. Gino's putting some teams in, so that's going to be a huge thing. They'll be playing on the turf, fire versus police. So there'll be a lot, kind of more people out there than usual on that field, which would be awesome to see. And then, of course, Dana Strong, what it's all about, the 8th annual Dana Strong tournament. The McCracken family, they have been awesome so far this year as we continue to raise money. As you know, Donnie, we also sold raffle tickets for this family. We do that. We started doing that a couple of years ago. Shout out to Stella and Frankie and the Dana Strong family, because they're the ones who run with that. They do it all for that. I handle the softball side and kind of get some of the sponsors in our community, and they do the rest. So big shout out to them, because I couldn't do this without them, and they've been nothing but awesome to work with. So, I know the 45s and Mr. O'Malley, huge thank you to them. When we ran our tournament, Donnie, they donated almost over $1,000 between both teams, which was awesome. So,
Great.
Really cool. O'Malley's team donated almost half of the winnings to the tournament, which is really cool and thoughtful for O'Malley. I definitely appreciate those guys, and as we called them that day, the Kennedy Park All-Stars. So thank you to that. This tournament, as it is every year, it's the Saturday before Nationals, $250 plus a ball. So, the Wentworth Fields, I drove by the other day, they looked absolutely awesome. So
yeah, it's a nice place to play softball.
It is. It's a lot of shade. It's a big park, so it doesn't look really crowded, but we get some people out there. There's no doubt about that. So. But yeah, no. So we're looking forward to that day. We got a couple of weeks till we get there. Hopefully the weather works in our favor over these next couple of weeks. I definitely would like that as well. But the next thing I want to talk about is another tournament that is in the Dells. So move on to that.
The comments are on fire. Jimmy, really quick, before we go to the Dells tournament, shout out to Pharaohs for winning Black Nationals. I think that was their first or second one in the last couple of years. So shout out to those guys. Kevin Knorr and Mark Robinson are fantastic in the comments right now. Pekis is in the comments. He had a couple of huge pinch hits for us yesterday. Just a quick shout to the comments. I know we got a lot of people chiming in, so appreciate you guys for watching. Let's jump over and talk about the Dells tournament. I know that you have some pull as to trying to get teams involved in this, and I'll let you talk about this one for a sec.
Yeah, so for those guys that have been playing softball now for a handful of years, the Dells tournament has always been this weekend in the Dells. When he started, I think the first year he ran it with 4 teams. Then he got to 6 teams. Then he got to 12 teams. And then, unfortunately, there was some tournaments here in Chicago that kind of ran into his weekend. And then he lost some teams. He didn't have it for a year or two. And this year we're trying to bring it back. So right now, Donnie, we have 5 teams that have actually reached out to me and say they're 100% in. We're looking to get to 6 or more. So if we can get another team, it'd be awesome, because you would play basically 2 pool play games on Saturday, and then you would play a single elimination tournament after that, which everyone would be guaranteed 3 games. And, with 6 teams, it kind of works out perfect, right? You got 2 fields, so you'll be playing games, and you won't be there till, 9, 10 o'clock at night. The tournament will end early, and the winner of the tournament will pretty much play 4 games to win the tournament, which, hey, 4 games in a day is a lot, right? So some team might have to play 5 depending on if they win their pool or not. So I think that'd be perfect. People mostly go out there to have a good time, have fun. The fields are not terrible either. They're not bad fields. So it would be a fun time. If we can get a 6 team, I think things would run very smoothly. And of course, if we get more, it's even better, right, Donnie? So the more people we can grab and bring out to the Dells for a fun weekend. Based on the teams that are going already, there's a bunch of really, really awesome guys going. So I'm looking forward to that if we do get that 6 team. So maybe Marky Robinson can get a team together and head out to the Dells. So
I think September 26th and 27th. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to put something together for that.
Are you guys? Okay.
Yeah, Sloaney and I.
All right. So if it's you guys would then be the 6th team, and then
That's
we
big.
would definitely. So what I was put out on Facebook for those that have been following and commenting, I put it out till Friday. So we gotta either make the decision if the 6 teams, if we're gonna have 6 teams or more by Friday. That way it gives people a whole month to plan and get up there. So you know what I mean, Donnie?
Yep.
So that's where we're at with that. That will be, I believe it's $400 to get in.
Okay.
So, because you're guaranteed 3 games, we got to pay umpires, you got to do a bunch of stuff, and you got to pay the fields. There's not a ton of money coming in, only with $2,400. It's going to be more of a fun tournament to get out there. So, what are you laughing at?
Kevin is making me laugh, man.
Oh,
he's
Nor.
so funny. Kevin Knorr.
Nor's a jagoff, so.
Yes, he is, and he plays the card very well. So,
yeah,
all right. So we talked about the ASA Glove Nationals. We have A Nationals this weekend. Dana Strong softball tournament. Go ahead.
The Dells, and then I want to talk one thing before we get to Rumor Mill. I want to talk about the skills competition.
Yes.
So there was about 10 to 12 players that came together. I was with Al and Richie. So there's about 10 players that came together. And I think that when you look at softball and what came out of that call that we had, there was about 10 different teams on that call, if I'm correct. Right, Donnie?
Yep.
7 or 8 maybe different teams. You have a really cool idea that I think we were all pretty much in the mix with, I guess you want to say, the skills competition. I'm going to pull this up because Spencer Mahoney put this together. So shout out to Spencer. He was working with us, and he put this together.
A big piece of it, Jim, is that the people that we had on the call were people that probably the SSA would listen to pretty closely based on opinions. Steven, oh man, another great guy in the comments. These comments are going to fire because Steven gets after it in the comments too a little bit.
Yeah.
SSA needs to go to Iowa for major nationals since it's been 2019. That's a great idea too, right? Move that to Iowa. Try to get more people involved. That's a great idea. I love that. Matt said, I'm sorry to miss the call. I'm sure we'll have more opportunity for players to voice their opinion on what we can change going forward, right?
Yeah.
So the skills competition is essentially something that will go on during major nationals, and it'll be done on Friday or Saturday during the day. Every team is going to have, or just Saturday.
So I think, and this is not just me, I got some good resources. If they do it, they have not given me the full commitment to do it. As you know, there was a post sent out by Gio and the SSA saying that they were canceling the home run derby for him to do his reward ceremony.
An award show.
I have talked to Tyler. Tyler said we're 100% doing the home run derby, but I have not got the final answer as they were going to go vote on it. So I have not heard anything, but us players all got together. That was one of the main reasons why we did it, right? We also talked about the Super League for next year with, what we discussed, but that's a whole different topic. For 16 in softball, for the major national event, which I think if it happens, it would have to be Saturday night. So games would end by 7 p.m. Saturday. Of course, if they run a little late, you start at 8, okay? The cool thing, Donnie, is that being out in Carroll Stream, and I think, one of the reasons in the past is that people were trying to leave the field to go to Pop Magoo's, because we got a lot of the softball guys come over on Friday and Saturday night. I don't think there's any bars near Carroll Stream that players own. If there is, please throw it in the chat. We'll gladly support you guys. Come out there and have fun. But either way, I think when you look at what we put together, I think this would be a fun Saturday night at the park. Carroll Stream sells beer, so I think it'd be pretty cool. So the first event would be, where's that? The first event would be the fastest from home to home. So I think the coolest thing about this is that it can't be the same player for more than one event. Okay. So you would have, I think Spencer here put 6 different events down for us. So you would have the fastest man, which would be from home to home. Obviously it's timed and they're going to be ranked 1 to 20 based on your points, how many teams are in the tournament, whoever wants to get in. If there's 20 teams, the highest points, the better, right? So if you finish first, you get 20 points. Then there's going to be a flip and cut accuracy thing. So we're going to put circles with cones down the left field line, left center, right field line. And you're going to go out there and you're going to take 10, it's 20 total hitters, 5 pitches each. So you get to flip 5, cut 5. Okay. So that was another event. The next one is the farthest throw, which I thought was pretty cool, right?
That's awesome. Yeah.
So you have one participant, the farthest throw, they get 3 attempts. So they stand, I'm assuming they would go from behind home plate and throw it out to center field would be my guess. I mean, those fields are 300 feet. I can't see many people throwing it over the fence. So if they are, God bless, but I don't think that's going to happen. The next thing is pitching accuracy. So he has it where each pitcher must throw it 10 feet over a pole by reaching a target. If you hit that target, you earn points. The highest points, obviously, wins 20 points for the team. 5 pitches are added to the official score. That's a maximum of 15. Highest score wins. So then you would have the heavyweight run, which I think this was where it would get pretty funny. You'd have a home-to-home fat man competition. Okay?
Funny.
They call it the heavyweight run. So the biggest guys on your team will go and take that run.
And race.
And I think that'd be awesome. So that would be really fun. I don't know if it's a sprint. I'm assuming it's not around the base. He says runner starts at home plate and completes a full circuit, home to first, to second, to third, to home. The clock begins when the runner's first movement starts. Each base must be touched. There will be an official looking at each base. So
we're getting some good feedback. Jalen Smith said this shit sounds legit. I think this will be really cool.
And then the last one would be the home run derby. Now I've elected, and so did Spencer, for it to be all 12-inch balls.
All 12-inch balls would be sweet.
Tyler's against that, from what I was told, because it's a 16-inch tournament. I think it's a lot cooler to watch the 12-inch balls fly than it is to see a 16-inch ball hit in a home run derby competition. Now, the cool thing is you're only going to have one guy from Resmondo, right?
Right. It evens it out.
It does even it out a little bit. I mean, even like Kyle Pearson and some of those guys that, they didn't hit it out every time. They missed. So there's a chance that they're not going to hit every single ball out. But if they do, God bless, they earn 20 points for that category. That's why there's 6 categories. But it'd be really cool to see those guys put on a show. And dude, we had some big hitters in the 16-inch game last year. I mean, hitting lights and hitting some bombs. So I think that'd be cool. Spencer being one of them.
Yeah, Pick was great. I know we had Spencer and Pick. Mark Robinson talking smash. Dan Rebels says, screw the 12-inch ball and all their hot bats. So maybe he's in favor of the 16-inch ball for the home run derby, which is cool.
Right.
But this sounds so. So here's
Marky
the thing.
should worry about himself before he gets himself in trouble.
Yes, Marky's he's skating on thin ice right now a little bit.
So let me say those are the 6 events. So I know a lot of people are chiming in the chat.
Yes.
Throw it out there to you guys. Just to repeat it really quick, it's the fastest home to home, flipping cut, furthest throw, pitching accuracy, home run derby, and the heavyweight run.
Heavyweight race.
Yeah.
So this is cool, right? Like this is something different. This will get people excited. Like, hey, and it might not even be, the award, like it's the bragging rights of it too. I think that's a really cool piece of it. Like, hey, this is legitimately the fastest guy in softball home to home. Now we know who it is. Now we know who's got the best arm. Now we know who's got the best arm in softball. Like, it's cool, right? And we'll get to see different guys. We'll see the Resmondo guys, some of the Iowa guys, and then our own guys that we see all the time. And like, who's going to be the top dog, right? I think if it happens on the Saturday, you'll get a lot of eyes on it. I think it's a great idea, and I hope it happens.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't want it to wait till last minute because I still got to get sponsors for the event.
Yeah,
I mean, we're coming up here on only 3 weeks.
2 weeks away.
Right. So I mean, at this point, I may not even be able to get a sponsor for the event. I still got to get balls from Travis. There's a lot of things we still got to do. I'm hoping that this week we can finalize something with the SSA. I know that they're running their A National this weekend, but hopefully before the A National starts, I can get something finalized with them. They're worried about length and time. I'm not worried about length and time. I think the length and time will be fun because people are going to be out there drinking and having a good time anyways, in my opinion. And if this event runs 2-3 hours, there's different events that'll keep your eye interested. You know what I mean? You know what I mean by that?
Right.
So you're going to see guys running. We're not going to do multiple events at the same time, but I just think that if we did these events, like the heavyweight run and the fastest run could be done pretty much back to back. That would take, what's that going to take, Donnie? 20 minutes?
Yeah.
To do that? These guys run. I mean, so I think that's really cool. And we'll see. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I think that softball would be beneficial to have something different to the game that we always talk about. I think that's an awesome way to go. So we'll see. The one thing, I don't know, Donnie, if you've been watching, but there's a shortstop. They call it the shortstop show for 12-inch. And they pretty much do what we do, where we bring on players and interview them and talk to them about the game. They're doing it as well. But they have also given us some props on their show. So they've so which is cool to them. We're working with them together. So maybe we can get something where we'll all go on a podcast together with them and us. And we bring on guys and talk to them about 12-inch and 16-inch on the same show, which I think would be pretty cool. And we'll be streaming from both shows, which is awesome. So
it's awesome.
Something to look forward to down the road. But Donnie versus Jimmy, hope the hope. Yeah, let's go.
We'll see.
Hey, Sloan, we're teammates now, Sloan. We're champions, okay?
You and Brian?
Me and Brian, yeah. I'm running backwards. Dude, you see me flying around the bases this weekend, Donnie?
Cruising around the bases.
Yeah.
So that'll be awesome. I'm glad that we're kind of putting that out there. The skills competition is out, and if people have ideas, we're always open to hear it. Hopefully, I just hope that the powers that be that have the potential to put this together do something with it. That's really all. It's really all it is. Like we can make the ideas, we can put the ideas together and present them. If they're not accepted, they're not accepted. So
you're 100% right. Tyler's been, as I said, he's been great. I mean, been working with Tyler, talking to Tyler, trying to put things together. I think it'd be really cool. We shall see. It's not. I know that there's some heat on the other side. I get it, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, if the players want this, I don't see how it doesn't happen, Donnie. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. But rumor mill, my man, rumor mill. So I think some of the comments have stopped here. I see that people are. Well, I don't really see much about skills. Someone just posted something about Ancona.
Yeah.
Had a skill competition, challenge one at the Classic back in the day. So I had no idea about that, but I'd like to hear more about that. Yep. That must have been 25 years ago because I don't remember ever having a skills competition. So,
so rumor mill, as we move on, this is a part in the show where, it's still interesting right now because this season is still going on. We still have major nationals. After major nationals, you hear a lot. There's a lot of things that happen in our game in major nationals. These are kind of the early things that we're hearing with potential teams that aren't playing in major nationals that have already kind of started looking forward to next year, or teams that are on the cusp of playing that need a couple guys, who's going to be with who. That's always rumor mill as well, right? So teams that aren't in major nationals, who their guys are going to go play with potentially.
So let's just go down the line.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You got 16 teams at the major level, and then we'll throw out some 8 teams that we've heard some things about too.
Okay.
But start with Signature, who won No Glove National.
Yeah.
So
we got nothing.
The only thing I've heard is that you guys are going to be going after your boy Sherman from, and you don't have to say yes or no.
That'd be cool.
So,
I like him.
Yeah. So that was one of the things that I heard that was on the radar for Signature for next year, with you guys going after him. So and just throw this out there. These are all rumors. These are not official. So we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or we don't want any teams to go into the Glove National. This is just straight rumors of what we heard and what people have been chatting about. So. But that's the first thing I heard about Siggy, is that you guys will be heated for our boy Sherman from the was it Farrell's?
Honestly, we haven't talked about much. It's hard to kind of talk about making moves after you win No Glove, right? So it's like everyone's great. We're not making any changes,
right?
But I know that we haven't really talked about anything. Sherman's awesome. I would love to have Sherm, but for now, I think we're all good.
To the 45s, I have heard. Well, I haven't heard anything from any of the guys on the 45s. Let's just say that. So this is just straight. I think you've heard this. You're the one I think that told me that, and I think someone just put in the chat that the Roadrunners are coming back next year. So I had heard that Izzy possibly wasn't going to come back next year, and that he was kind of done running the 45s. That's kind of been the rumor on the street. Izzy has never told me that, but I'm just saying. And I heard Nate was trying to put something together. So that's what a lot of people have come up to me and asked me that one. And I said,
you won't be with them for major nationals.
I will not be with 45s for major nationals.
Will you be with somebody else?
I will be, yeah. So
you have another
45s. Izzy was nice enough to release me.
You did get released.
Yeah. So he confirmed it on Monday, and so I will not be playing with 45s for major national. So that's
okay. So that's confirmed, rumor mill, from the source.
It's from the source.
Do you want to tell people where you're headed, or are you going to do that later?
We can do that later.
Okay.
Everyone pretty much knows where I'm going.
Yeah.
So, but either way, we're obviously, it doesn't matter. We could say I'm going to go with Hex, as you guys are well aware. So for major nationals, and we'll see what happens. I know that they've been short guys, and I think that they're banged up a little bit. So hopefully, I can help them and be one of their 10 guys. I heard they've been struggling to get guys out because a lot of guys are hurt on their team. So who knows? Hopefully we have 10 guys for major nationals. We'll see. But next team on that line would be Fat Kids. So I'm just going off teams that come to my mind that I have written down in front of me in no order. What have you heard about the Fat Kids, Donnie, this year?
I know the Fat Kids will always have a team.
Yeah.
And they're always going to put a good team out there. I don't know. I haven't really heard much about their team. I know a couple guys potentially unhappy with how the season ended at No Glove. Didn't really have a great No Glove national, and that always kind of makes people want to jump and change. But I haven't heard much hard evidence or hard rumors. Do you have anything?
So the best part about, not the best part, I should say. It's not the word I'm supposed to say. We talked about this on the show after they won the Westchester tournament, did we not?
What?
About a week or two after. That first team that always wins that Westchester tournament, the rest of the year sim tends to be a little bumpy. Yes.
Yeah.
You guys remember when you won the Westchester tournament? How your year went? Yeah. Wasn't good. Okay. Fat Kids won the Westchester tournament. Hasn't been good. Now, there hasn't been, there's been teams that have won Westchester and then went on to win others. I understand that. But just in the last couple of years, the team that wins Westchester tends to have a rocky thing. Fat Kids have a lot of talent on that team. I think Fat Kids, unfortunately, they got in the Chippy business. And Chippy, unfortunately, he has other things going on in his life, right? And Chippy, unfortunately, from my opinion, for that team to win, he needs to be there. And if you realize he was there at Westchester, they won, right? He wasn't around. He was there at Forest Park, I believe, but I don't think he showed up on Saturday.
I think he was not there at their Saturday night game.
Right. But when he's there, they're a different team because now you're taking one of the guys out of a spot that normally he wouldn't play. So I don't know what Fat Kids are going to do. I'm assuming, half of those guys are probably going to leave that team is what I've heard, but I don't know. I haven't talked to Angelo about it. Haven't talked to Noach about it. It's only what people say. And it's honestly nobody from their team is what I've heard have told me that. But either way, that's what I'm hearing about the Fat Kids. Next team that's been hot is Future.
Yeah.
So Future, I've been hearing a million different things. I've been hearing they're going to go merge with 45s next year. I've been hearing they're going to go merge with Dynasty next year. I've heard they're going to go 3 or 4 guys are going to go merge with the Hex team next year. They're going to pick up 3 or 4 guys. They go to Hex. One thing I have not heard is the Future guys staying together. I have not. Okay.
I think
honestly, we played with Joey yesterday, and we didn't even ask him. I didn't even bother to ask him. I don't know if you asked him. Did you have a conversation with him about Future?
Yeah, I was like, I think I made a joke after he got a hit in front of Nate, and I was like, man, Nate loves to see that. And he was like, doesn't matter. I'm not going to play that. And he could say anything right there in that moment. And he was obviously kidding around. And I think he makes any team better. But I want that team to stay together so bad because,
Future.
We need more teams. We need good teams. So if Future were to merge with somebody and it enhances their team, it's good and bad, right? Because you lose another major team, but you also enhance a different team.
Well,
Hector
I also know that Ram, I forgot about the 45s, Ram and Kelly leaving the coaching staff on the 45s. I did hear that rumor.
Where are they going?
I did not hear, but I hear they were both leaving together. So I'm assuming Ram probably jumps on with like an iron.
That's
with
cool.
CJ, the boys from SmackOut. And then I also heard Kelly possibly going back to the High Y or the BTA guys. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So that would bring some nice leadership there with those guys. I know he gets frustrated sometimes, but I think with Kelly, he would definitely make them better. There's no doubt.
Yeah. So yeah, future, if they stick together and they grow and they get a better team, that's great for the game. I would hate to lose another major team. Joey makes any team that he's with better. Like I said, if he wants to come play for Signature, hell yeah, come on over. But I haven't seen anything in writing about merger or anything yet, and you won't until Major National's over. I think that Dynasty's playing Major National. I think that's a great thing.
Yep.
But
They've played the last couple of years. Is Future playing Major National?
no,
They're not. Okay. Are they considered a major team?
yes,
I don't think they are.
I think they are.
I don't think they are for pickups.
So let me look.
I don't know if Future was considered a major team, because if that's the case, those guys on Future, the 4 or 5 guys that want to play on Future, they have to go to a team that's only going to pick up one player. So if that's the case, I could see Joey possibly going to the 45s if they need an outfielder for that weekend, because if Future's not on that list, I could see 3 or 4 of those guys going to a team for Major Nationals.
Let's see.
You're looking for the SSA major list, right?
Yeah.
No, Sloan, it's not that they can't play nationals. It's can't play a national. Oh, maybe he means a national. I'm assuming. Yes, if you're on the major list, you cannot play a nationals. That's correct. No major player can stay down. But what I'm saying is, if Future's not on that major list, a major team can pick up the 3 guys, I believe, for major nationals. So 2 of their guys, or possibly 3 of their guys, would be able to go to a team. What's your fumble there?
Just knocked my microphone over.
Did you? Were you getting nervous about the trophy, Donnie? Is that what happened?
Where the hell is this thing? Here we go.
Donnie, how many ASA nationals have you won? Was that your first
I've
one?
only played in one.
Okay.
1 for 1.
So 1 for 1.
It's pretty good.
Not bad.
Here's the 2026 team list, but the link isn't working for me. Whatever.
If someone could pull it up and see if Future is on that major list and put it in the comments, we'd appreciate that. But either way, I could see that. Another rumor would flash. So this is a big rumor that I've been hearing mostly everywhere. Okay. And that's Iggy and Vito going to Whale. Now, Vito don't show up. It's not with his job, nothing against him, but he's just not a fully committed guy. You know what I mean? He just can't make all the games. But him and Iggy going to Whale, I mean, where are all these guys on Whale going to play, Donnie?
I don't know.
No, Joey says we are. Joey says it's confirmed they are on the major list. So that means if they're not playing, only one guy from that team, well, one guy can join a major team. So like they can't bring 2 or 3 Future guys to one team.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense? Only one player can join one team, so they'll all be split up. Did you hear about Iggy and Vito? Is that a rumor that you've heard?
No, that's a new one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, it feels weird. I haven't really talked about it much, but now that the season's kind of wrapping up, I'm sure I'll hear a lot more. But that'd be an interesting one. Where the hell are they going to put all these guys?
I don't know. If that does that, I have no idea. But Whale, I don't believe Whale is playing major nationals. They're not playing the gloves.
No, they're not.
And I know 30-38s are not playing. So those 2 teams I know are not playing. I'm assuming Future's not playing, correct? So that's 3 teams out of the 16 from major that are already out.
Is Moneyline playing?
I believe Moneyline is playing, yes. So Moneyline is, and I also heard that Moneyline, there's a rumor going out, Moneyline, that Matty Dozen will not run the team next year.
That's interesting.
And I also heard that possibly the Lentine, Mr. Lentine, and I guess like a mixture of Brian Davis and Robbie Grazzano, possibly. So there's
Faux Show, Hot Sauce, and Psychopaths are listed as major teams, which is hilarious, actually. And then Indiana, Roofx is listed as a major team.
which is not a team.
Chuck's.
They're called Dan Smith now.
Yeah, they changed their team name.
Yeah.
Chuck's, F-Town, Hall of Fame Concessions, Los Lobos, Punch, and Stover are considered major teams for Major National.
Punch from Iowa will be a Major National.
That's a good thing. I think it's great.
That's a new team. That's nice.
Resmondo. Then you've got Mint.
Will be a Major National.
Yep. Mint is listed as a major team.
Mint from
Papa Hops.
Hmm? Well, how are they? They had 3 or 4 major pickups, didn't they? Or 2? I mean, Smokey was on that team. He's
Spencer
a major.
And Scar.
Spencer, Scar, Stretch. So I mean, Spencer and Scar are not going to play with them. No. So the rest of the team could play. The rest of the team could play.
But Mint isn't going to play in it.
I don't. Yeah, they probably won't play because if they play, they can't play Papa Hops. They're ineligible then, right?
Right.
Which kind of. I don't know. That's one thing. That's one thing I don't like about that tournament. But hey, the rules are the rules. So where was I at with the teams? Let's see. Iggy Vito going at Whale. We talked about that. And then you brought up Moneyline with no Matty Dozen and those. Next team is Hex. I've heard a million things about Hex. So I've heard we already mentioned the future thing with Hex. I heard they're looking to pick up 3 or 4 other players. So million things going on with Hex. What other teams are playing Major National minus the 3? You got 13 of them that are out there. So we've got Moneyline, Fat Kids, Dynasty, Flash, 45s, Hex, Siggy. That's 7. Who else am I missing, Donnie? Iron? I haven't heard much about Iron. I haven't heard
about Iron.
No. I wonder if Mans will stay with Iron.
He is.
Okay.
He is. We talked to him after No Glove, and he's like, I got to run it back with this group. I like playing with them too much.
Yep. So Scott Erdecki,
he'll
be with Iron. So
they won't have anybody. They don't make a lot of changes.
No, they won't.
I'm sure you'll have Hall of Fame and Chucks playing Major Nationals both.
Hall of Fame and Chucks, Punch. I'm assuming F-Town. F-Town's got to probably make the trip, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have 4 Iowa teams. Rismondo will be 5. So you'll have 5 teams from out of state. Rismondo's picking up a couple of the guys from, was Roofx, now is Dan Smith.
They're coming to win that bitch.
Oh, they're coming to win.
They're coming to win it.
Last year, they weren't into it. This year, I think they're a little.
Yeah.
Their boy Helmer will be here, so they'll be a little bit different team.
They had an early exit last year for them.
They did. Yes.
Yeah, I don't really have much else rumor mill right now. I know as soon as Major Nationals ends, that will be so popular. We'll hear a lot. Oh, yeah, Hall of Fame isn't playing in that.
Really?
Hall of Fame has Aaron Hauser's wedding.
Really?
Yeah, he's getting married Labor Day weekend.
Wow.
Oh, and then a couple teams from A Nationals will get invited.
Yeah, that sucks that Hall of Fame won't be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because think about it. I mean, they're pretty much been a staple. They've had some deep runs at Glove. So, I mean, how many teams are they going to have? Maybe 24 teams max?
If that.
Right? So the competition, and how many fields are at Carroll Stream? 4?
Yeah.
So we should be able to we could easily finish this thing Saturday night if we wanted to, but we won't. We'll stretch it out.
I think it's Friday through Sunday, right?
You think you're right because it's Labor Day, so it's not bad finishing on Sunday. But I'm saying that the competition, we could definitely do the teams competitions all Saturday night. I think people will stay at the field for that. I really do.
I mean, there might be 16 teams in this tournament.
That's it?
I mean, if you don't get the 8 teams that want to play, that do well this weekend, I don't know.
Oh, Nick Drabel wedding Labor Day weekend also.
So there's a lot of the Moneyline guys.
Robbie, put in the chat, is Moneyline planning on playing Major National? I think Bankroll usually gets in.
Yeah, they probably will. You're right. I think Bankroll will get in.
Yeah. I mean, because you got no Whale, you got no 38s.
Nope.
No Future.
Nope. Potentially
Impact.
no money line.
Impact
Impact will play.
Impact of play.
Flash, 45s. Us, Hex, Fat Kids.
Iron.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Oh, BTA, High Y.
IY. Pharaohs.
Pharaohs.
Probably 10 deep.
10 deep will probably
They
play.
play in everything.
Traffic.
Either way, it'll be nice to see the list once it comes out to see who's all in the tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could sit here and guess all night. What else do you have? Anything else for Rumor Mill for right now?
No.
It's kind of weird.
Huh?
It's kind of weird doing Rumor Mill right now without the season like being over because a lot of it's just speculation.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like official at all. It's just kind of what's been going around, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. It's not really anybody from any of these teams, right? It's just kind of what other people are saying about these teams, which I think is kind of funny because none of this could be true, Donnie.
Correct.
But just saying that's kind of some of the rumors that were flying over the weekend. Those have been rumors that have been flying over the last couple of weeks. So top 6, I think, get bids to Nationals. That is correct, Kristen.
Yeah.
Top 6 do get bids. Not all 6 usually go, though, Donnie. And I don't know if the SSA is still holding money back to play. You have to play the major national.
I think they do that still.
They do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, either way, I have nothing else for Rumorville. You have nothing else, correct?
That's it.
So, tonight, Donnie, like I said, we wanted to get some information. It was more about information tonight, more about getting some word out there for tournaments, more about talking about the weekend for ASA. Obviously, shout out to our boys from Bad Attitude. Donnie and I, having our first championship together, Donnie. The middle was closed.
It was closed. It was closed.
Okay? I think we might have had 7 or 8 plays to combine that game. And we turned a double play in the 7th, which was awesome.
Yep.
So
after we fought in the previous game.
Yes. There was a fight. We couldn't throw the ball. So
yep.
The ball was slick.
It was slippery.
How about Joey though in center field? Not only did he fall down, he picked it up, it wouldn't throw it, and
dropped it.
It went backwards.
I was like, throw the ball in.
Dude, it was slick, man. It was slick,
yeah,
dude. It was flicking out my hand like crazy. So it was slick. But yeah, no, a lot of fun this weekend. A lot of fun coming up next couple weekends. Obviously with the First Responders Tournament, also Dana Strong. I know they're on the same day, but those will be 2 awesome events. You also have, I don't think there's any softball this weekend coming up though.
Just what do you mean? A Nationals.
A Nationals, but I'm saying for the major guys, I don't think there's anything.
No.
Did the Canaryville Classic happen this weekend?
Ooh, good question.
I did not hear anything, so I'm assuming it got rained out because I did not hear anything from anybody. So and then
maybe they rescheduled it.
There was also a Nick on the south side also, I believe, ran a team. I'm assuming that also got washed out because I didn't hear anything from that either. So
yeah, the rain struck.
Yes. Thank God for turf, unless we would not have played in Schaumburg. So,
definitely.
But
well, thanks, guys. Yeah.
Thank everyone for watching the Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Donnie show, sponsored by the Beacon Tap, Signature Transportation Group, Surfside, and our boy Cutshot. So appreciate you guys. We will be back probably within the next week. I'm going to get out there, Donnie. We're going to do a hot dog review. Big reviews coming in on the hot dogs. So we're going to get out there and do that. And then, Donnie, in the fall, we're going to start the Donnie Golf Show.
Hell yeah.
Some golf videos of Cousin Donnie on the course.
Cousin Donnie golfs.
Yes. The reviews of the course by Cousin Donnie.
I love it. Awesome.
All right.
Let's do it. We'll talk to you guys.